making sequels to movies that don't need sequels. Fuck! Hi guys. So I went to see Independence Day Resurgence last night. Wanna know how that went? Kinda like this.
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no. 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 I refuse. No. No.
So Independence Day, like the original Independence Day, was a great fucking movie. Aliens? Spaceships? Will Smith? Fuck yeah! Anything with spaceships just gives me life. I fucking love spaceships. You know what I don't love? Spaceships that suck. Let me clarify. Spaceship movies that suck. But to be honest, the spaceship in the movie also kinda sucked. Well, I mean, it's not that it didn't look cool, it just didn't really do anything, and I'm kind of rambling off into spoiler territory, so let's just pull it back a bit and start again. Okay, Independence Day. Whew, I knew this movie was a bad idea from the get-go. I mean, any movie called something day just generally shouldn't get a sequel. It's about a day. You can't have a second day. It's one day. Fuck. But I didn't want to go into this having low expectations, so I didn't read any reviews, I didn't look at anything about it online, and I kind of just let my own fears just sit back for a bit and hope for the best. I mean, I like Jeff Goldblum. How could a movie with Jeff Goldblum be bad, right? Wrong! This is one of the worst movies I have ever seen. Independence Day was fine. It was fine. It was fine the way that it was. Why do you have to go and ruin it? Why did it need a sequel? I feel like when you have a crazy disaster movie where the world almost ends, it's kind of like, okay, close call, that was about as crazy as it's gonna get. We're done here. The chances of that happening again are slim to none, considering we kicked their fucking ass. And it's not like when they were writing the original movie, they were like, okay, let's dial it back again, don't get too crazy because we need to make room for the craziness in the sequel. No! They weren't planning on making a sequel! They made it fucking crazy! And the sequel tries to make it crazier and it just fails! I mean, yes, granted the aliens are bigger, the spaceship is bigger, but it's all the same shit. So here are some complaints that I have. As far as the spaceship goes, yeah, it's terrifying. It's gigantic. If I saw that thing coming, I'd piss myself. But that's about all that it does. It scares people, it kills a bunch of people because it fucking murders everyone when it lands. Because it's half the size of the goddamn world. But then it just kind of sits there and doesn't really do anything. I mean, this ship takes up 3,000 miles. 3,000 miles! I don't understand how a ship that big does that little damage! I mean, they could just drop a bunch of bombs and blow up half the world, but instead they just sit there, drilling into the ocean. I mean, granted, the whole gravity thing probably killed a lot of people, but it wasn't really that long of a scene. It didn't really seem like that many people died because most of the main characters were still there. I'm not gonna say anything else because spoilers. And don't even get me started on all the scientific errors. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. You make a movie about science fiction, you should have some science facts that aren't fiction. That made sense in my head, but half the shit they do doesn't make any sense. Like, physics is a thing. I don't know if they know that, someone should tell them. Another thing that sucks is the characters. They were either inconsistent or so incredibly boring. Take Tom, for example, the president from the first movie. In the original movie, he's spectacular. He's one of the greatest characters and he gives you this awesome speech that just makes you go like, fuck yeah, America! And you just wanna like fight by his side and give him a fist bump or something. But in this movie, like, yeah, he has a heroic side, he's brave, he's still kind of the same guy. He does some pretty valiant things, I have a lot of respect for him for that. But he's totally inconsistent. When he's introduced at the beginning of the movie, he's like sick and sort of crazy, maybe? Something's not right up here. And they mention that he has to take all this medication and that his daughter, who is now all grown up and hot as hell, quit her career as being a pilot so she could take care of her dad, meaning he's pretty fucking sick. Sounds pretty serious to me. But 10 minutes later, he's running around acting totally normal like a fully functioning, healthy human being, and I'm just like, what? Weren't you just ridiculously ill like 10 minutes ago? Did I miss something? Did the aliens drop down some weird cure that we don't know about? Like, I feel like he'd have some crazy PTSD going on, which I feel like might be what he has at the beginning. And then you'd think when the aliens come back, he would like freak the fuck out, but instead he's like, I'm cured! Let's kill some fucking aliens! I'm the man! Now his daughter Patricia is probably my favorite character in the movie. She's smart, she's cunning, she's brave, she's hot, and she has an actual personality. It's crazy. And she's just like cool and I kinda wanna hang out with her. And then there's her fiance Jake, who I guess is supposed to be like the main hero of the movie. kind of. I'm not really sure, to be honest. There isn't really a main character. There's like a bunch of characters and it's all kind of out of balance and no one really gets a main focus. It's all just kind of like, here's a character, here's a character, here's a character, figure it out. And that's kind of the beef that I have with this movie because it makes me just not give a shit about anyone. Except maybe Tom because he was in the first movie and I'm like, hey, I know you. You were cool once. But Jake is this kind of charming, funny, lost soul, kind of trying to be Han Solo kind of character. And he kind of pulls the story along. And I mean, he's alright. Some of his dialogue was a little cheesy, but he tried. He didn't totally annoy me. Plus, like, hot swoon. But he was still super flat, and that's kind of how I feel about all of the characters. None of them were particularly bad. They were just kind of vanilla. There was no character development whatsoever. They all just kind of existed. Even Dylan, who's supposed to be Will Smith's son, is kind of pointless. I don't even know why they tried to include him. They should have just called it all off when Will Smith said he wouldn't be in it. Like, come on, guys. Can't have a sequel of a Will Smith movie without Will Smith in it. Now, David, Jeff Goldblum's character, was great. Pretty much the same character as he was in the first movie. And Jeff Goldblum is awesome, as always. But he didn't really do that much. He was just sort of there going like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've seen this before. That ship is bigger than the last one. Oh my god. Like, no shit, Jeff Goldblum. Thank you for filling us in on all the shit we already know. No, go ahead, go ahead. Give us your witty commentary and your oh my god. It's really helping me understand the one-dimensional plot. And what I really hate is that you can't follow up a movie like Independence Day with a sequel. You just can't. And you definitely can't follow up a speech like the president's speech in Independence Day. I mean, in this movie, the general kind of tries to make his own speech over the radio. And for a second I was like, okay, this is turning out okay. This could be an awesome speech by the end of it. And then it just ends. He just stops talking. It's like 10 seconds into the speech and he just, that's all I needed to say. I think he just gave up halfway through. And I was just like, was that the speech? Were they trying to go for a speech there? Because they shouldn't have even tried. And I also think the whole disaster movie trope is kind of over. It's been done so many times. Independence Day was a great one, but it was also one of the first ones. By this point, we aren't really shocked by anything. We're just like, oh look, people are dying, falling out of the sky. How great. That fucking sucks, I guess. Anyways, if you can't tell, I really did not like Independence Day. If you saw it and think otherwise, let me know in the comments what your stupid argument is, but just know that you're wrong. And I've decided to start using a new rating system because sometimes I use like A's and B's, sometimes I give it like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, random numbers, fucking I don't know. I feel like for consistency's sake, I'm gonna start using a new rating system that I have created all by myself because I'm a genius. Praise me. Emojis! Don't hate me. I mostly just wanted to use the alien emoji because aliens. If you think it's a stupid idea, let me know and I'm probably gonna keep using it because I love stupid ideas. They're my favorite. So, Independence Day Resurgence. I give you an alien giving the middle finger. 2 middle fingers, fuck it. And let's add a flame because, I mean, at least there were some hot people to look at. Anyways, thank you so much for watching me rant about this god-awful movie. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I don't know why my head is moving around so much. Check out these awesome gizmos we got on our Patreon. Super cool shit for you guys. We're selling limited edition Aggressive Comics buttons for $5. Pretty rad if you ask me. We also have a $50 subscription box and a whole bunch of other goodies, so check that out. So I can like buy my groceries and not die and stuff. Anyways, thank you for watching. I am Steph Koza and this is Rated N.